Hello, it's me, Juditha Milwaukee of the New Jersey Milwaukees, and this is my Christmas special. Still quarantine edition.
Okay, so I'm gonna do things a little different this year. Funds got a little tight, so I had to be resourceful. So instead of buying those Hallmark cards, I decided to make my own. So the first card I have is from my ex-husband, my first ex-husband, Javier. Me and Javier, just a little background, okay? We met online 10 years ago. I mean, it was so long. We met on one of those dating apps. It's like Christian Mingle, but it was Lutheran Mingle. And this man, he didn't speak a lick of English. But let me tell you, the love was there. We chatted, I mean, you know, as best as we could, but very quickly, he brought up the idea of marriage. He wanted to get married. Now, Javier lived in Mexico, so we had to do this type of little ceremony to get him, to get his citizenship. But I had no problem. I wanted to wait for marriage, and he was with it. So he comes over, we get married, beautiful marriage in the church. He was a man of little words. I mean, honestly, he barely talked because there was a language barrier. But so we get married, we go on a honeymoon, we jet set off to the Bahamas, and the night comes when it's time for us to, consummate the marriage. I had been saving it, and I was ready to give it up, in the eyes of the Lord. He'd given me the go-ahead. So I light a couple candles, I go into the bedroom, I go into the hotel room, and I approach him real nice. But suddenly he turns over, and he doubles, and he's got this stomachache, and he just goes, oh no. So I'm like, it's fine, it's okay, we'll do it tomorrow night. Next night, same thing, he's got this stomachache. So I say, you better go to the doctor's. So he goes to the doctor, he comes back, and he says it still hurts. We sit down for dinner, I notice he's not sitting right. He's in the chair, but he just can't sit right, which is very strange to me. It was, I'd not seen that before. Next day he goes to the doctor's. The day after that he goes to the doctor's. He's going to the doctor's, he's in the hotel room, he's sleeping, and we are not doing the do. So I get a little suspicious. I say, who is this doctor you're seeing? How are you paying for these doctor visits? I mean, you just got here. So I follow him. He goes to this house, and he goes inside, and I say, that's not a hospital. I go by the window, and the window's open, and I catch him and another man doing the do. He was one of those, a homosexual. So we get back to the hotel room, and we fly back to the States. Very quickly, he divorced me. Which is fine. If it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be, I still had my purity. I still had that. So I knew I'd be okay. So we get back to the States, and it turns out that doctor was actually from there too. So we get divorced, and we do all the papers, and then he marries a doctor, goes down to Key West, and they get a condo. So this is my card to Javier and his husband. I said, Merry Christmas, Javier. Please reduce the alimony. All of my funds are tied up in a Bitcoin scam, and I really need the cash, No one's taking care of old Judy. So, the alimony. Love, Judith. There it is. It's a package. Because we all know how much Javier likes a big package. So I know you're all wondering about my singing career, my choir career, but right now it's on hold, okay? I'm between churches. I had a lovely church, been going there for years. But they said I was a little too loud. They said I was a little too loud in the back for them. And they would turn around during the song and they go, shh. And they would shush me. Me, Judy. I brought all the sandwiches. I was always at the potlucks. And I had to cry out to the Lord, and I had to give him some of my angel song. Well, they had it with me, and they got very crass with me, and they said, Judy, we're not telling you not to praise, okay? But we are telling you that you can't praise here. So I took my Bible and I left. You know, I used to feature such classics like,
I really can't stay.
Hey baby, it's cold outside.
Say what's in this drink.
Hey baby, it's cold outside. Now, there was no way they could hold me back from belting out my holiday classics. I mean, what's Christmas without Judy? Without Judy singing. Now, the next card I want to show you is one I made for my mother. God rest her soul. She's been gone for a few years now. But it's been my tradition. I always get a little something. I always get a little card, a little gift. So the card I made for her is this little Christmas tree we always used to decorate together. I mean, she would put out the decorations, and then she'd pour a glass of vodka, and then just take a little nap. And she said, Judy, you better have that tree lit up before I wake up, or else it's Mala going to horse camp again this summer, not you. So anyways, I made this card for my mother, this lovely little Christmas tree, and I wrote, Merry Christmas. I wish that you had left me the family cabin. Marla sold it, and she sold it to get a new pair of T-Tars, okay? Why didn't you leave me anything, Mom? You know, I was gonna use a lot of glitter. I love glitter, okay? I was gonna use some, but I don't use it anymore, because one time we were in the store, me and my mother were in the store, and I put some glitter in the basket, and she said, Judy, why bother? Why bother with the glitter, Judy? You're never gonna sparkle. Lord knows I needed a little break. You know, I get a little stressed out talking about this, but, I can't even afford my Perrier anymore. I have to drink this stupid tap water. I mean, God, thank you for it, but, it's bad. You know, it doesn't make much sense for a divorced woman to be paying alimony to a man that got remarried. But go figure, the judge was in on everything. He was awful. He was friends with Marla. I don't even know what they concocted, but somehow I am still paying alimony, and I'll be paying it for the next 2 years to, it's just going to Javier and his husband. And I saw they just bought another car. And they're threatening to take the stable away.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.